morning. It's Sunday morning, it's day 2 of the Eastern Oregon trip. Yesterday things didn't go quite as planned. I wasn't able to meet up with Ed, Jason, Mike, Rob, and all the others.
It's incredible. You can just drive and drive and drive. It just keeps going and going and going. It's so fun.
It's not fun anymore. And had to sort of improvise. I'm pretty happy with this campsite. Steens Mountain right there. Hopefully today will go a little more according to plan. I don't have a huge amount of distance to go because I did some of it last night.
My Jackery Explorer 500 is on task this morning getting all my devices charged back up for filming today's adventures. I love that I can simultaneously recharge all my gear at camp without drawing power from my car battery. While a dual battery system could certainly also accomplish this, one thing I love about the Jackery is that it isn't hardwired to the car. I can bring it into my tent to power my devices into the night, and unlike a dual battery setup, there was no complicated wiring and power management to figure out. And yes, Jackery is a direct sponsor of my channel. I've accepted this partnership with Jackery because this is a product I genuinely believe in and rely upon, and thanks to Jackery's support, I'm able to create more of the content you watch. Alright, I'm ready for some coffee.
Out on open rangeland. This is unfenced area, and it looked like a horse just out there by itself. I can't tell what that is.
I took a still photo as the resolution is higher than video, and enlarging that, it definitely appears to be a wild horse. Southeastern Oregon actually has a fairly significant population of wild horses. While this is not a native species, these horses are believed to be descendants of mustangs brought over by Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century, so they've been roaming this wilderness for hundreds of years. Soon, I'm treated to a much closer encounter with another wild horse. This isn't fenced pasture, this is just wide open BLM land. My friend and fellow Oregon YouTuber Matt Cook has a superb video about Oregon's wild mustangs that is absolutely worth watching. There's a link in the description so you can check it out.
So I planned this trip around hitting a number of sort of interesting points of interest, sort of geological features or canyons or rock formations or gulches or things that sort of appeal to my love of rock formations. But you still have to just stop and appreciate even when there's nothing in particular, it's still just beautiful. It's vast, it's open. You can just see for miles and miles in every direction. And there's something very, very pleasant about being out in the desert like this. This area is called the Pillars of Rome, and apparently it was named that way because it looks like columns, so like Roman columns, I guess. In fact, apparently the town of Rome that's nearby is named Rome because of these pillars. That's what I've read. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's my understanding. This is actually private land, so you can't go out onto that area. It's really cool though. And both sides of this canyon are lined with these formations.
I'm gassing back up at Rome Station. It's important to plan for where and when you'll be getting gas when exploring southeastern Oregon, as there are only 3 places to refuel in this entire corner of the state, at Fields, Rome, and Jordan Valley.
All right, I'm back off the highway and I'm gonna be on little desert dirt roads for the rest of the day and into tomorrow. A lot of times people ask me what I air down to, and it depends on the terrain. Usually when I'm just out on gravel roads, forest roads, I'll take it down to maybe 23 or so. That softens the ride. Today I'm going to probably go down to about 18. It's promising to be a rough ride with a lot of rocks, possibly some mud, and I may actually need the traction, and I definitely need to soften the ride up. If you've ever been out in the desert in the summer, it's worth it at least once. Just the smell of the sagebrush. There's just this smell that is unbeatable.
What is most striking out here is how this vast and open desert seems to stretch endlessly into the distance. But I've plotted my route to skirt along what looked in satellite photos to be some more varied terrain. We'll see if this tiny remote trail pays off.
This just gets better and better as I go. I have to keep stopping.
I'll be on BLM land all day long, but it is used for cattle grazing, so there are occasional gates to pass through where roads intersect fence lines. When exploring on rangeland like this, it's important to leave gates exactly as you found them. If it's open, leave it open. If it's closed, let yourself through and close it behind you. Cooperating with the ranchers who lease the land will help ensure we continue to have access to areas like this.
I'm glad I got an early start over here today, because I just have to keep stopping every quarter mile. There's something else awesome to see. It just gets better and better as I go. This has to be one of the most epic drives I've ever done already, and I think it's going to get better.
I thought those were butterflies flitting around, but it turns out they're actually large grasshoppers with very pretty wings.
Oh my gosh, this is just incredible out here.
The route has veered away from the canyon for now and is taking me through a never-ending series of new vistas appearing over every rise. I will be turning back towards the canyon a little later, however. At least, that's what I planned.
Well, this degraded quickly. Everything that I had planned out, all the roads had been there just as I was expecting. And then one of the roads that I was expecting to be there was just not there. So I'm now taking the next road over, going in the right direction, but man, it is barely visible at times. It just disappears in this growth. Looks like it's going to hook back up to the original route I was planning to be on, but I don't know if I see a road where... Oh, right there. All right, it's looking more like a road again. It was looking a little sketchy in there. And we're back on track. Well, that was an interesting little backcountry adventure. I'm back onto a main road that's actually got a name, and the name is the place where I'm going. So that's a good sign. I have lost count of how many of these I've been through today. All right, we've got sort of back to where we're alongside the canyon again, which is actually the goal for today. Holy cow. Look at those cliffs. Of course, you get no sense of scale here, but oh man, it is massive drop. Well, it's the first people I've seen all day. I was just stopped there at the, looking over the canyon there, and I was having a little snack when they pulled up in their trucks. They're headed in the same direction.
As it happens, we'll see them again in the next episode.
Come on! Put your hands together! Everybody! All right, we're finally at the spot where I'm gonna drop down into the canyon. That's what I've been trying to get to today. Turned out to be more of an adventure than I thought, just getting to this point. And this is sort of a new chapter, so I think this is also gonna sort of be a new episode. So tune in for the next one. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I'm even capturing just how incredibly vast and open and deserted. Just nothing. Nobody out here. Haven't seen anyone all day.